Hey YouTube, Bitcoin's going to $500,000 extremely soon. Please don't miss this. There's a legendary video that was titled, "Please just buy $1 of Bitcoin." And I'm here to tell you, please just buy $100. Please just buy $100, okay? Here we have a chart, right? We have a little bit of technical analysis. I am the best artist on YouTube. I'm the best technical analysis-er on YouTube. And as we can clearly see, it is at 90,000 currently, and it's breaking out to 500,000. It's going to 100,000 in 2024. It's going to 500,000 in 2025. Okay? But the whole point is not, oh, well, look how many US dollars I'm making. The whole point is like to understand, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why are people buying magic internet money? Like what the fuck is this? What is this? Why does anyone care about this shit? Like honestly, ask yourself, why does anyone care about this shit? All right? Usually most of my videos, I'm not this hype. I am really speaking to you right now. If you're watching this still, thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone. What the fuck? Why are people buying this thing? Understand why people buy stuff. Why are people buying this? It's because it is digital money. Disregard everything else you've ever heard about this. Disregard all the bullshit about the environment, about it's a bubble, about it has no intrinsic value. Like things with no intrinsic value do not go to 90,000 US dollars. Okay? They don't go from 16,000 to 90,000 and then to 100,000 and then to 500,000 and then to 1,000,000. Okay? People want good money. That's it. People just want good money. People don't want to get robbed. All right? Like when you have someone who's printing money every day, that means that your money's worth less every day. All right? Like that's just as simple as that. You have to go to work for money and they print it. That means that it's useless. You're not going to go to work for something that someone else can make for nothing. You don't want to do that because that's not fair. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I had to work my fucking ass off for years just to get close to having $1,000,000. And this guy just printed $1,000,000 out of thin air because he pressed a button. That's what happens over at the Federal Reserve. That's literally what's happening to US dollars. That's what's happening to your money that you have to work to earn. I went to work today to earn US dollars because I am forced to, right? But I have the option to opt out of that system by buying this, by buying Bitcoin, right? Even if you just want more US dollars, maybe you just want more US dollars, that's all you want. Even if that's all you want. This is the fastest way to get there. There's nothing else that you can do. There's nothing else that you can figure out. There's nothing else that you can invest in. There's nothing else that you can buy that does this faster. No, there is not. There is nothing. That's it. No more like doubting, no more fear, uncertainty, and doubt, no more coping, no more bullshit. All of your arguments have failed. They're over. They're dead. No more questions. No more, oh, well, what if the government bans it? What if it goes to zero? What if it gets hacked? I've already covered all that on my channel. And my channel is so new. We've been talking about this for years. But now everyone's back and they're like, oh, well, no one told me, bro. No one told me. What do you mean? You didn't want to look. Like people are so arrogant. They are so arrogant. I've been made fun of at every job that I've worked at. I've been doing this since 2019, right? I've been made fun of at every job. Okay, I've been laughed at by so many people who are broke, by the way, who don't know anything about investing. They don't know anything about money. They don't know where money comes from. And, you know, they have like credit card debt because they wanted to go on vacation and go to Life is Beautiful and, you know, get fucked. And then they're mad because they're like, oh, well, now I have to pay for an abortion. Like, why can't the government subsidize it? Like, these are people who just look for handouts. Like these arrogant people who are just looking for handouts constantly. Don't want to do any work. They don't want to look into anything. They don't want to do any research. They just want to watch football and, you know, watch TikTok all day and argue about dumb shit and get broker in the process, you know? And then when I'm like, hey, you know, listen, I understand you're struggling with some bills and stuff and your debt and everything, but let's cut back on using credit cards in order to finance everything in your life because they're charging you a 35% interest rate. Their eyes are already glazed over. They're like, oh, this fucking dork, this nerd. Like, really? Really? That's just so crazy to me. Like our financial literacy in the United States is so fucked. Like the whole point of this channel is to like help younger people, especially to lock in, bro. Lock in. There's a paradigm shift happening. Okay. Your dollar is being hyperinflated away and the world, okay, you don't just live in the United States, the little United States bubble of US exceptionalism. There's a whole world out there. And that whole world is transitioning away from the weaponized and debased US dollar onto a digital money that is not controlled by anyone, that is completely neutral, that is completely scarce, and that is for anybody, right? That you can send to anyone in the world without anybody else getting in between, stopping your transaction, monitoring your transaction, peeping into what you're doing. Okay. Our transactions are some of our most private information about ourselves because they already own our social media. They know exactly what we're into when it comes to what we're looking at, what we're liking, what we're viewing all day. But it gets even deeper when they see what you're paying for. What will people pay for? What are you purchasing? Why are you purchasing it? That really tells a story about who you are. You know what I mean? And they want to see that daily. Bitcoin is a way to opt out of this super highly surveillance state, you know what I mean, where everybody's watching what you're doing. This is a way of opting out of someone printing money that you have to work for. This is a way of opting out of a system that funds forever wars, right? If you're into humanitarianism and peace and utilitarianism, you are a Bitcoiner. You don't realize it yet, but you're a Bitcoiner if you're into that kind of stuff. Like your school doesn't prepare you for this. They don't teach you about capitalism, communism, and socialism. They don't really do it justice. They don't really do it justice. You know what I mean? They might touch on it for 2 minutes. Okay, now for the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, now to go take your ACT, little buddy. Make sure you remember how to find the volume of a sphere, which is fine if you want to be like an engineer or something else, right? But like this, I'm not even going to get into American education. It's shit, okay? Period. No more talking. It sucks. If you disagree with that, you are truly a victim of the United States educational system. But they're not going to tell you about taxes or where money comes from or how the Federal Reserve works or how taxes work or how you're getting taxed at like 40% every single day when the people who rioted during the Revolutionary War, the war that took America off of, Great Britain's control, they're getting taxed at like 2 or 3%. And now you're getting taxed at 40% and you think it's okay. You just got your head down in your phone. This is insane. You know what I mean? Like this is an exit from that system. If you don't like any of that stuff, this is what that is. Bitcoin is what that is. So I just had to like get on here and just like rant and talk because this is one of the most validating days, dude. People at my job coming up to me to ask me questions and talk to me about Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And I'm not the guy at work who's like, hey, everybody, we need to get on a sound money standard and you guys need to stop being brokies and idiots and you need to buy some Bitcoin. Like, I'm not just going to preach to people when they don't ask me something. The only reason people know this is because on the first day, which, yeah, it's kind of cringe, but on the first day they said, introduce yourself and just say something interesting about yourself. The interesting thing I said about myself was, hey, everyone, nice to meet you. I'm the Bitcoin friend in the friend group. Sometimes it's kind of cringe, but if you ever have any questions about that, by the way, just feel free to ask me. I'm really into finance and economics and stuff like that. So thank you and hello to everybody. That was my fucking first day introduction to everyone, saying hi. That's what I said. And now there's people coming up to me, hitting me up on Microsoft Teams. Hey, bro, did you see the price? Bro, what's happening? What is this thing? Can you explain it to me a little bit? Here, I'll come over to your desk. You know what I mean? And they're like intentively listening, right? Like they're sitting down. Dude, my manager's taking notes. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, I want to teach people about this stuff, just like investing in general, but mostly about the power of like making your dollars work for you, not you working for dollars. You have to stop trying to work for dollars. That's the status quo. That's what they want you to do for the rest of your life. They want you to just work for somebody else and make them rich every single day. You work for 60 years, 70 years, because they keep boosting the retirement age. You work for 70 years and then you get to retire, then you get to take a break. Really? Does that seem like a fair deal to you? It doesn't seem like a fair deal to me. So that's why I'm trying to opt out of that system, right? And if you want to learn more, bro, just watch my channel, dude. Watch my channel. Watch all the people in the description. Like, this is not just about me trying to get views. Like, I want people to understand something. It's not about me. I don't matter. It's about it's about the concept. It's about this. It's about a paradigm shift. It's about people shifting their mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really hope you get this. So, you know, if you want to learn more, bro, please just watch my channel. There's nothing else I can say. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope the algorithm catches this video and maybe it comes up in like 4 years from now, 8 years from now, 12 years from now, and people look back and say, wow, that guy was so passionate. And he tried telling people back when it was 90,000. Look at where it's at now. You might not even be able to buy it with dollars at that point. 12 years from now, you might have to work for it. Today, $1 buys you 1,200 Satoshis, 1,300 Satoshis. There might come a day in the future where you have to work for 10 Satoshis an hour. I don't want you to have to be in a situation where you have no Satoshis and the world moves to a Bitcoin standard. By the way, Satoshis are the small units of a Bitcoin. Satoshis are like the pennies that make up a dollar. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching my rant. Please excuse my language and all that. I just really care about this, and I care about individual people getting into this space because the rich people are already buying everything, and I don't want the world to just be more and more concentrated wealth where all the rich people and the smart investors got ahead of everyone. I want the little guy to get ahead of everyone. I want the little guy to get ahead of everyone. Front run the United States, front run the UAE, front run Russia. Get ahead of all these guys, beat them to it. Because there's only 21 million and they're up for grabs. And once these guys get them, they're not selling. So best of luck, everyone, best of luck. Come back to this video in 4 years. We'll see what's up. Thank you so much for watching if you watched all the way through. And just appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Stack sats or die trying. Really no other option.